Historic buildings certainly add character to Iowa's town squares, but it takes a lot of work to dress them up. Over the last 20 years, the city of Bloomfield has invested more than $10 million in preserving its town square. Part of that went towards a facade upgrade on 27 of the 52 buildings downtown. The 19th century foundations just aren't as solid as they used to be.
3 of them were in major disrepair and would soon have collapsed if we hadn't have began work on them.
They couldn't save all of them, though. The east side of Bloomfield Square was looking pretty empty after 2 buildings came down several years ago.
Usually collapses are a result of poor roof repair that eventually comes into the second floor, it goes into the first floor, goes to the basement, and then the building just can't stand the weather, the pressure, and collapses.
Which isn't exactly what happened in Albia in December, but it was pretty close. Part of a 100-year-old building on Main Street crumbled into an alley as construction crews were repairing the left side. This used to be an office space for Lifetime Dental Solutions, and an office secretary told me that no one was inside when this portion of the building collapsed, but neighboring businesses were immediately told to evacuate.
The sheriff came in the meantime, and the sheriff says, "You've got to be out of this building within 5 minutes because it is very dangerous. It's quite possible it may collapse and hurt your building."
Albia Area Improvement President David Johnson told me oftentimes water is the biggest culprit, and that's probably what caused December's collapse.
Those bricks in those oldest buildings, which that's one of them, were really soft. Well, the idea was, of course, to go in there and take that out and replace it. But they ran into a problem and it just collapsed.
The building might be missing its left side, but it's not a total loss. Johnson told me the structure will most likely be salvaged. Both Albia and Bloomfield agree that preserving the square is much better than starting over.
You wouldn't have any history, if you tear them down. They've got a lot of history to them. You couldn't duplicate some of that stuff.
We take pride in our square and the fact that it is relatively intact, in pretty good shape for historic type of town square.
Reporting in Southeast Iowa, Beth Walden, KTVO News.